guys, it's TsubakiSwagg and I'm coming to you with my review of Sword Art Online episode 24, Mother's Rosario. And this, oh my god, this episode was so freaking sad. Like, I just went back and watched it again and I cried like a baby. It was so freaking sad. Oh my god, I was not prepared for Yuki to die. I thought that somebody else might die. I was praying that somebody, that sounds really horrible, but I was praying that somebody else was going to die. But Yuki, Yuki was the one who died. So it starts off, we see like everybody finally gets to meet everybody else. Like everybody in the Sleeping Nights gets to meet everybody that Asuna and Kirito are friends with. So they're all like conversing together and drinking and having fun. And one of the Sleeping Knights, I can't remember his name, I think his name is San, he says that they should go all defeat the next floor's boss together, and Klein was like, sure, that sounds great. So they all went to the next floor and they were fighting and they won. So then they showed like Yuki and Nori and Shune and everybody's name on the swordsman tablet, little swordsman memorial thing. And then we see like they're like Asuna, she gives her mom a tablet showing her grades. It looks like she has like a 4.0, which is awesome. So Asuna brought her grades up, so she'll be able to stay in school. And then they see like Asuna, she is still carrying Yuki around on her shoulder, and it's so sweet. She's like showing her around and doing different things with her. And I think at one point she takes her to her grandparents' house and they sit on the porch. And then out of nowhere she gets an email from Kashi, I believe, I can't remember now how to pronounce his name, the doctor, telling her that she needs to hurry up and come to the hospital because her Yuki's situation, her health has deteriorated. So Asuna runs as fast as she can and gets to the hospital, and you see Yuki's literally like on her deathbed. And this episode was so freaking sad. So when she was in there, he was like, Yuki wanted to spend her last moments outside of the Mecuboid, and she woke up a little bit and Asuna grabbed her hand, and he was talking about how since her visit in January, Yuki's situation had gotten better. She held on longer than they thought she would, because at that point she could have went any day since then, but she held on for that long just because she knew Asuna, which I thought was so sweet, and it was so sad. So then Asuna, she told them to put the Mecuboid back onto Yuki so she could talk to her, because that's what Yuki wanted her to do. So she hurried up and went into the atmosphere and ran to Yuki at the tree, and Asuna was talking to Yuki, and it was so sad. And then Yuki, like, she collapsed and she gave Asuna, well, first she gave Asuna her original sword skill and told her to hold on to it, and that one day she wants her to give it to somebody else when she's about to leave this world. And it was so freaking sad. I really was not prepared for this episode at all. And the name of the sword skill is called Mother Rosario. So after all that, like, her and Yuki are talking to each other. Yuki looks like she's about to pass, and everybody in the Sleeping Nights come. And I think the part that broke me down the most was when Nori was trying to sound all cool and strong, and then she just busts out crying. It was so freaking sad. I really was just not prepared in the slightest. And then after all of that, they show like then Kirito and Lifa and Shinon and everybody come, and then they all pay their respects, and then you see this huge like cloud of fairies come, and Yuki's like, why are all these people here? I don't understand. And Asuna's like, you are the best swordsman in this world. Nobody will ever be as good as you are, and that's why they came. They want to pay their respects to you because you are just that amazing, which I thought was awesome. So after that, Yuki was talking, and she was talking to Asuna and saying that she was happy that she met her, and that like the Sleeping Knights told her that they were going to be following her soon. And she was like, well, don't come too soon because then I'll be mad. And she just slowly, like right before she passed, she saw her sister's face, which I thought was it was so sweet. It was awesome. So she saw her sister's face, and then she was gone, and it was just so freaking sad. And they show like Yuki's memorial service, everybody's there, and Asuna's sitting on a bench, and she's crying, and Shune comes up, which Shun is her real name, and we find out that Shune, she has leukemia, an acute form of leukemia, and it turns out that her disease is in remission, so she won't be leaving this world too soon. And she said she doesn't understand why her, like, because she feels like Yuki will be sad because you won't be coming, and Asuna was like, Yuki would be happy that you're living on, that you're going to be able to live and do things that she couldn't do. So, and then we find out that another one of them, their condition has gone into remission. So she said it seems like Yuki is trying to tell them that they need to keep living, blah blah blah, it's not their time yet. So then after that, the doctor comes up, and we find out that Kirito knows the doctor, and they were talking, and we find out that the mecuboid, which is what had been helping Yuki all that time, was created by the doctor who was watching over Heathcliff, which is the man who created Sword Art Online. So I don't know if Heathcliff is good or if he's bad or what, but we already know, like, I think there's like 2 or 3 more books in Sword Art Online, so there's going to be some more parts, and I think we're going to find out a little bit more about, shut up phone, we're going to find a little bit more about like Heathcliff and whether or not he really is good or if he's bad or what, because like in the first part they showed Heathcliff gave the seed to Kirito and told him to do whatever he wanted to do with it, but I feel like Heathcliff has some bad intentions, I'll just put it that way. So as always, oh, of course, and then after that they show like Kirito and Asuna, they're together, and Yuki can see them through the little sphere that they were using for Yui can see everything through the sphere that they were using for Yuki initially, and he was like, it's all because of Yuki that this thing actually works the way it's supposed to, which is awesome. Yuki just affected so many people in so many good ways, and Asuna's even said, like when she was talking with Shune, that she wants to spread the love and kindness that Yuki spread throughout her short span in life, and so that way when she goes back she can bring so many hearts with her to give to Yuki, which was so awesome but sad. And then they show like Asuna and Kirito, they're having a moment, and Yuki is like, when Yui is sitting on her shoulder, and pretty much Kirito tells her that the more the real world and the virtual world merge, I think the worse off the world is going to be. So that sounds like that's going to be another story for another day. But this episode is just the feels were so strong in this episode. It really was not prepared at all for this episode, but seems like in the next arc we're going to be seeing a lot more of Kirito and Asuna being together, because in the first part of this whole arc it was pretty much Kirito and Shinon. So, and Kirito told Asuna that he wanted to be with her for the rest of his life, and he wants her to be with him for the rest of his life. I was like, oh, that's so sweet. Finally we see some real love between the two. So, as always, after I'm finished rambling, I would love to hear how you guys felt about this episode. How do you feel about the way things ended? But as always, please remember to comment, thumbs up, and subscribe. It helps me out a whole lot. And this is TsubakiSwagg saying adios.